How to download Zoom app in your laptop. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys step by step on how you can download your Zoom application on your laptop. Now, the first thing you might think about is, hey, what exactly does the Zoom app have to offer that I couldn't normally just do with my browser with using Zoom? Well, there are a lot of differences when it comes to using the Zoom app. A lot of you guys know Zoom as a tool for meetings, but Zoom is actually a all-in-one workspace. This digital workspace allows you to conduct meetings, team chats, phone, mail, and calendar, and even create your own scheduler. Not only that, but you also have productivity tools, including docs, whiteboards, clips, and tasks. You also have spaces such as rooms, workspace reservation, digital signage, and visitor management. So you're able to manage all of your work communications in one space. To get started with using Zoom, all you have to do is head on over to zoom.com. Then you're going to go into zoom.us and then go into zoom.us/downloads. So this is what it looks like. This is the download center of Zoom. You can scroll down to the bottom and you can probably take a look at the Zoom Workplace application. So you can click on that as well if you directly want to head on over. And this is what it looks like. Now, once you open this up, the first thing you will see is their download center. If you scroll down, they have options to download for Mac, Windows, as well as mobile devices. Whether you have an Android phone or an iOS device, you also can download the plugin for Outlook. You have browser extensions as well as conference rooms and controllers for Zoom rooms. Now we're going to simply click on download for Apple Silicon. And once we do that, you can see on the top right, the Zoom package is being installed. Now you're just going to wait until this has been completely installed. You guys can see currently I do not have Zoom downloaded, so I'm just going to be waiting for this to be installed onto my device so that we can move forward. And this can take a few seconds. You can do it in your phone as well if that is what you prefer. But today we are focusing on laptop because that is where a lot of you guys are actually going to actively be using Zoom. That is where most people are going to be doing their work. So it is important to have this extension and to have Zoom downloaded as a workplace tool, not just a tool for you to take calls and receive calls, but for you to create meetings, spaces, and communication with your fellow workers, employees, or other members of your organization. So once downloaded, you can click on this on the top right or click on the folder and open it from the folder. And on the bottom right, the installer will open up. You're going to click on continue over here and allow it full access. Now you can choose to install for all users in this computer or install it for only you. So we are going to just proceed with only us, and then after that this will take up this much space and we can change the location if we want, but we're just going to proceed with installation. And just like that, it is now writing our files. So this is just going to take a little bit of time. It's actually relatively pretty quick, so you don't have to spend a lot of time worrying about how much time it's going to take. It's very quick and it's installed. Once done, you're going to click on close and then click on move to bin, because what you're moving to your bin is actually the installer, not the application. We're going to allow it to find devices, and then you can see your installation is successful. Now, I'm not going to keep it up to date, and this is what the Zoom app is going to look like. On the right, you have a AI companion, and after that, you have your team chats, phone, docs, whiteboards, clips, and more. Now, we're going to go into home, and you need to sign up. So if you already have an account on Zoom, you can click on sign in, but we're just going to click on sign in because I do have an account, and I'm going to be using Google for a quick and easy sign up on Zoom. Once I have completed my sign up, we're just going to head on over into our Zoom app, and you can see on the bottom this has created my Zoom application, and I'm just going to click on create account, and just like so my account has been created, and just like so I am being logged on onto the application. Now, once we have done this, this is what it looks like, and we can see a calendar as well. You can click on new meeting to start creating your own meeting, and you can choose to start with video or use your personal meeting ID whenever you're creating meetings. You can also click on join and you can choose your name as well as the meeting ID. You can choose your settings. So if you want to connect to audio directly as soon as you enter, as well as if you want to turn off your audio. Then below that, you have your scheduling options. So you guys can schedule a meeting as well. You can go on ahead, choose the time as well as the starting and ending time. You can choose if this is a repetitive meeting. So if you have meetings that are going to happen weekly, bi-weekly, you can schedule those over here. So weekly on Friday, monthly on the 27th, so on and so forth. You can add your invitees, so other people that are meant to be joining this particular meeting, you can invite them over here. And once done, you can go on ahead and move forward into generating your meeting ID, or if you want to use your personal meeting ID. Below that, you can create your meeting agenda, which you're not able to do without the Zoom application. Then you have any attachments, and you guys can see that you can add one whiteboard and 20 files in total. Whiteboard access is granted to invitees after the event is scheduled. Removing invitees won't remove their access to whiteboards. Below that, you have meeting security if you want to add a password or not. Then you have a waiting room, so you can create a waiting room to only allow users admitted by the host to join a meeting. So if you have maybe a large meeting and you only want your managers to join first and discuss some of the major key points without the other employees joining in, you can create a waiting room and let those people wait and then add them later on. Then you have your meeting chat. So if you want to enable continuous meeting chats, if you want the host to have the video on, if you want the participants to have their video on, then you have your computer audio, calendar, as well as advanced settings. So if you want participants to particularly join at any time or join within a scheduled window, then you can mute participants upon entry, automatically record the meeting on the local computer, or approve or block entries from users in any particular region. Once done, you can click on save and proceed with your meeting creation. And once done, your meeting will be created. Now we're going to go back into our Zoom app, and you guys can see we have our meetings tool over here. Now on the top right in your meetings tool, this is currently empty. However, whenever you are creating your meetings, you are going to have them automatically be scheduled here. Not only that, but you can click on the top right where it says calendar to connect your calendar to your meetings as well. This ensures that you have a very quick and seamless way to access all of the meetings that are being created. So whenever you are looking at your schedule and you just want to see, hey, would I be free to attend this particular meeting at this particular time? You no longer have to wait around and see and check your Google Calendar separately, check your Zoom calendar separately. Instead, you can do it all from here because it would be connected. Then you have a team chat, which includes mentions, DMs, channels, meeting chats, and more. Your scheduler can help you in creating a schedule, and then you can create docs, whiteboards, clips, tasks, notes, mailing, applications, and contacts. All are tools to help you in being more productive at your workspace. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys did find this video helpful, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or any queries, you guys can leave those in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.